The CBS 47 studio is sponsored by Valley Unique Electric and Solar. Put the sun to work for you with Valley Unique Electric and Solar. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 7:30.
Good evening, I'm Brian Dorman. Thank you so much for joining us. Catherine Herr has the night off. Developing tonight, a Fresno business owner is fed up after he said he has dealt with homeless camps on his property for more than 6 years now and has gotten very little help from the city. CBS 47's Juanita Adame joins us live from the business with the story tonight. Juanita.
Well, Brian, the business is International Torque Converter. It is here on Abbey and Blackstone in downtown Fresno. And I'm going to step out of the way and show you that fence that is back there. The business owner told us it has been cut multiple times so homeless people can come out and camp here. Rafi said the cops will show up and then he'll have them leave, but within hours they come back. And on Saturday, Rafi took matters into his own hands. He called his attorney and asked if he could remove the tents and the belongings that were on this property, and his attorney said yes. So he had the area cleaned up, and not long after he got a call that his building was on fire.
You can't assume, is it retaliation? Is it coincidence? I don't know. I say retaliation. Yeah, 100%. That's what my feeling is.
Now, Rafi Pilavian is the business owner. The city also told him to call 311, and each time he said he calls, the line is either busy or no one responds. And he was even warned that if he keeps calling 311, he would eventually be charged. He said there are needles back there. There is evidence of drug use. The conditions are extremely unsanitary back there, so he's worried for his employees who have to come back there for supplies right now. He's just saying that he hopes that the state and the city can get involved and do something about this issue. Live here in Fresno, Juanita Adame, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Another extremely hot day across the valley with temperatures topping out over 105 for many of you, and we're not done yet. Next couple of days, we're still talking about this extreme heat. Let's give you a look outside with our Table Mountain Sky Valley Cam Network. This will be the view from our CBS 47 studio camera. A lot of sunshine right now, although off and on throughout the day, we have seen quite a bit of cloud cover for parts of the valley. Our sunset time is coming up at 7:50 this evening. Here's one more view. This is the Table Mountain Casino camera. Again, a lot of sunshine there as well. It's still in the triple digits for much of the valley. 104 right now in Fresno, 105 in Hanford. We have temperatures right at 100 in Madera and Merced. School day forecast tomorrow, pretty warm start to the day. Out the door, 77. At noon, up to 95. Coming home, we will be in the triple digits. I will let you know when you can expect relief in your pinpoint weather forecast coming up, but first we'll send it back to Brian.
Former President Donald Trump is accused of trying to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in the state of Georgia. Late last night, a grand jury in that state handed up an indictment against the former president and several of his allies. It is now the fourth criminal case that Trump is fighting as he runs for president again. Christian Benavides has more details from Atlanta.
Former President Donald Trump is facing new charges, this time in the state of Georgia.
The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long.
Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis pursued the case, charging Trump and 18 of his allies, including attorneys John Eastman, Rudy Giuliani, and Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Trump himself is facing 13 felony counts, including violating Georgia's RICO Act, a racketeering law used to take down major crime organizations.
She likes it because she can wrap together a lot of activities with a great number of defendants and be able to bring in evidence against one that then spills over onto the others.
The RICO Act charge alone carries a mandatory minimum of 5 years in prison. Trump says he will present a report next week alleging election fraud in Georgia in 2020 that will clear his name. Trump slammed Willis during a campaign rally in New Hampshire last week, calling her a racist, and said he did nothing wrong.
I challenged the election in Georgia, which I have every right to do, which I was right about, frankly. and they want to indict me because I challenged the election.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp posted on social media Tuesday the 2020 election in Georgia was not stolen. He added that nobody has been able to prove claims of fraud in a court of law. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Atlanta.
Nearly 800,000 borrowers could be one step closer to having some of their federal student loan debt forgiven. A judge dismissed a lawsuit aimed to stop the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness plan, which was brought on by two conservative groups. They were against the White House's recent effort to forgive $39 billion worth of federal student debt. The judge dismissed the lawsuit yesterday, ruling that the two groups had no standing to sue. The complaint argued the administration overstepped its power when it announced the forgiveness in July. It's unclear whether those conservative groups will try to sue again. In news around the state Attorney General Rob Bonta releasing the first report from the newly formed Office of Gun Violence Prevention. The data shows California's gun homicide rate is now 33% below the rest of the country. California has also reduced the rate of youth gun homicides. They are 50% lower than 2006. Well, today is National Moms Equal Pay Day, and to mark the occasion, California First partner Jennifer Siebel Newsom met with mothers from across the state to send a clear message to employers to close the pay gap. She met with a group of mothers in the Sacramento area, all part of a round table to discuss the pay gap. In California, the gap is better known than the national gap, but the average working mother in the Golden State still receives just 77 cents for every dollar a working father makes.
Being a working mom myself with 3 children and just certainly in a male-dominated workforce, the importance of equal pay is important for all.
I really think the energy culturally and society-wide is moving in a direction of this is going to happen, but it's going to take and require intentionality and a concerted effort, and California is probably going to have to lead.
The State Commission on the Status of Women and Girls and the California Labor and Workforce Development Agency launched the Equal Pay Pledge in 2019. It asked small and large employers, including local governments, to pledge to close the pay gap, commit to annual pay analyses and review of best equality practices, and take a careful look at the hiring and promotion procedures. So far, more than 110 companies have signed on. Since the pandemic, some businesses have been refusing to accept cash, but in Los Angeles, a city council member is pushing to keep that from happening. Heather Hutt says if businesses become cashless, it will cut off a large group of people who use only cash to pay. A study by the Pew Research Center shows in a typical week, 25% of Black adults and 21% of Hispanic adults make almost all of their purchases by using cash. That's compared to just 12% of white adults. Today in Fresno, the city announced that it's expanding its mobile shower services for the homeless. Fresno City Council Vice President Annalisa Perea joined Mayor Jerry Dyer and others downtown Fresno to launch the city.
Maintaining personal hygiene becomes an insurmountable hurdle, affecting not only their physical health, but also their emotional well-being.
City officials say they hope to provide about 6,000 showers over the next year. You can follow the City of Fresno social media pages to see where the mobile units are set up. Still to come here on Eyewitness News at 7:30, rapper Drake is set to perform tonight, but his fans, they were lining up for hours ahead of the show. We'll have a look after this.
Do you guys know that over 400,000 kids are in foster care right now?
400,000?
Yep.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Come on.
Move out the way.
Donate your small talk.
Think solar is unattainable? Think again. To save money with NEM 3, you need to maximize your savings, which means storage. Storing energy your system generates allows you to save it so you can use it during peak times, rather than just sending it back to the energy company. Battery storage gets the most out of your solar. If you missed NEM 2, it's okay. Solar storage can still accomplish the same savings. Call Valley Unique Electric and Solar now. Mention this ad and receive a $2,500 savings on storage.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Head to your Central Valley Chevy dealers today for exciting Labor Day offers all month long on stylish Chevy SUVs. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial.
Woo! Insurance companies like to give big-name football stars to endorse their products.
Not AAA.
Outsmart athlete endorsements and choose coverage confidence from AAA.
There's nothing we haven't seen, from a broken spring to a garage door on a car. Precision never hires subcontractors. We're always same-day service from our own highly trained technicians.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Who's that? Oh, that's Kgpe. He's our compliance officer.
Oh, nice. I bet you don't have much trouble with people stealing lunches around here, huh?
We have very few problems with compliance.
We have no problems with compliance. Right, Dolores?
Go, yeah.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Ventura TV. This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
SAG-AFTRA held a virtual roundtable with the media earlier today. They say the union is eager to get back to the drawing table, but the studios still won't budge on major issues. The studios say that they have made a fair offer SAG, and that the union is making misleading statements about their stance. SAG-AFTRA wants a fair contract, which is the same demand by the Writers Guild of America. The Guild is presenting its latest counter to the studios after the two sides met last week. But the big question is, could this pave the way for SAG-AFTRA?
In one sense, you could say that that's a good step forward for the whole town to get back to work. Yet there's also a sentiment out there that if one guild strikes a deal, the companies might be able to use that as leverage to sort of push some of the points that they've made with the writers, or in theory. There's many scenarios in which a deal, yes, it would indicate that that's a good thing for the writers. It may not necessarily mean that it's a great thing for the actors.
Right now, not much is known about a potential meeting, but SAG-AFTRA members say they are watching closely. As far as the WGA, there is no word yet on when the two sides plan on meeting again. A legendary music and film producer has died, and Tiffany Haddish stars as a mom in an alien-occupied Earth. Dina Demetrius has this story and more in your Eye on Entertainment report.
Guy's a rock in every way.
Agent, manager, orchestrator, this mysterious figure everybody respects.
He was known as the Black Godfather. Celebrated entertainment, music, sports, and political dealmaker Clarence Avant passed away Sunday at 92. Avant managed and led the careers of icons like Bill Withers and Muhammad Ali. Behind the scenes, he shaped the profiles and pay of countless black performers and celebrities, eventually running Motown Records.
Clarence is the bridge from a time where there was no opportunity to a time where doors began to open.
A 2019 Netflix documentary, The Black Godfather, follows Avant's story of triumph through decades of political and cultural change.
Welcome home, son. Come give your father a hug.
That thing is not my dad.
Earth is occupied by quirky aliens who want to learn about human love in the new film Landscape with Invisible Hand. Tiffany Haddish plays Mom Beth, who lives in an impoverished world where most jobs were eliminated by aliens. Landscape with Invisible Hand lands in theaters this Friday. And founding Duran Duran guitarist Andy Taylor tells BBC News that taking a breakthrough cancer treatment has extended his life. The British rocker revealed his stage 4 prostate cancer diagnosis last year. Taylor says a recent FDA-approved nuclear treatment has given him another 5 years. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Drake is set to perform tonight in hours ahead of time. This is his third show with rapper 21 Savage. Drake will travel to the Bay Area this weekend before returning to Los Angeles for 2 more performances, those at Crypto.com Arena. That happens next week. If you don't have tickets, the cheapest ones are going for about $400 each. We have more news coming up after this break, but first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace.
And right now, I do have your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Top pollens, juniper and ragweed, medium-high levels for the next 4 days. We are feeling extremely hot temperatures and more to come. I'll be going over our heat advisory in your pinpoint weather forecasts next.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who grow.
The #1 theft deterrent is a complete camera system. DSS offers top-of-the-line security to keep your equipment safe. Contact us today.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who grow.
At Manor Drug, your family's health is our top priority. We carry a wide range of durable medical equipment and fixtures to improve your quality of life. We'll take the time to ensure you buy the right product the first time. Manor Drug, your medical equipment experts.
When you experience a serious injury at work, it can change your life forever. You may be permanently disabled and unable to provide for your family in the way you always have. Don't trust the insurance company to tell you what your injury is worth. You need someone on your side who fights for you. At Barry Smith & Bartell, we are committed to making sure you can reclaim your life after even the most serious injury. Call us now for a free case assessment. Barry Smith & Bartell, bringing justice to injured workers.
Got a plumbing leak or high water bill? Contact American Leak Detection, the industry leader in non-invasive, accurate leak detection and plumbing repair services. Our extensive knowledge and specialized equipment mean we'll find your leaks and fix them quickly. If you have plumbing problems, we're on it. From residential plumbing repipes to main water line repairs, even water heater replacements. When your insurance company asks you to call a plumber, American Leak Detection is your one-stop shop. Set up your leak detection, inspection, or plumbing repair today.
Experience some of the greatest planes in history up close and in person at Castle Air Museum. Treat you and yours to our family annual membership, good for 1 year of free museum admission for parents and children from the same household. Plus 10% savings at our gift shop, all for just $125. We carry a wide selection of aviation apparel, toys, books, mugs, display models, unique collector chocolate bars, and much more. Make a visit to Castle Air Museum and come be amazed.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 0.9% APR on 2023 2.7-liter turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty elevation models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get over $5,200 total value.
Summer won't last forever, but with a great selection of vehicles during Toyota's national sales event, there's still time to capture new memories. Hey, how are you? With friends and family. Before it all flies by.
Get low 3.99% APR financing on the legendary Tacoma. Or lease a Tacoma SR5 double cab 4x4 for as low as $399 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Manor Drug, your family's health is our top priority. Voted the people's choice in pharmacies, we offer traditional prescription filling, immunizations, COVID and flu testing, home delivery, and much more. Manor Drug, your full-service pharmacy experts.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Kgpe Health. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. We're ending an extremely hot day across the valley where temperatures climb to be over 105. Fresno topped out at 108, way above the average high of 97, and in fact, very close to the record high, which is 109 today. We're still going to feel this extreme heat over the next couple of days, so we won't be feeling any relief until we get into Friday and the weekend. So here's a look at our heat advisory that's in effect. This is for the valley and even parts of our west side hills, so along and west of I-5. This is in effect until 11 o'clock Thursday evening. In general, highs will range between 102 and 107. But on top of that, you may have noticed yesterday and today, there's a little more moisture in the air. So it feels humid, it feels muggy, and because of that moisture, it's going to feel a little bit hotter than the actual temperature. So again, we're still expecting extremely hot temperatures next couple of days. 104 in Fresno right now, 105 in Hanford, 100 in Merced. So much of the valley still in the triple digits. I don't expect to drop back into the 90s for the next hour or two. Here's a look at the last 12 hours radar satellite loop. We had some off and on clouds throughout the valley today, but overall, many of you did see a lot of sunshine. And we're also tracking some showers and thunderstorms in the Sierra. That's something that's going to stick around for the next several afternoons as well. We'll go ahead and zoom in. We're still seeing this pocket of rain in our Tulare County mountains. So there's Porterville on the left side of your screen. So way east of that along Highway 190 is where we're seeing that downpour. This will all wrap up over the next couple of hours. We'll be pretty quiet as we go through tonight, but then we will see those showers and storms redevelop again tomorrow afternoon. So here's your forecast. 8 this evening through tonight, I mentioned, will be pretty quiet. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Some off and on clouds in the valley again tomorrow, certainly hot. There you see those isolated showers and storms popping up again for the Sierra. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Wednesday night's going to be a mainly clear night. Here's 7 a.m. Thursday. I do expect some sunshine and heat for the valley on Thursday and a stray shower for the Sierra again. For tonight, we have mild temperatures on the way. In fact, most of you won't drop below the 70-degree mark. 71 in Los Banos, 105 tomorrow afternoon. Chowchilla, you're going to top out at 104 tomorrow. Heading into Fresno County, Mendota 71 tonight, 105 tomorrow. Fresno 77 tonight. You'll top out at 106 for your Wednesday. In the South Valley, if you're in Coalinga, 73 tonight, 105 tomorrow. Some of you, though, will touch 107. That does include Tulare, so extremely hot for you tomorrow. In the foothills, we do have a lot of triple digits on the way. Mariposa 101, same goes for Oakhurst, North Fork 102 tomorrow afternoon. If you're in Springville, 72 tonight, and then you'll top out right at 100 degrees tomorrow. Yosemite Valley, mid-80s, Sequoia National Park, mid-70s. Both spots will see that chance for an isolated shower or storm. Moderate air quality, Merced, Madera, Kings counties, and Sequoia National Park tomorrow. Fresno, Tulare counties, unhealthy for sensitive groups. Here's your extended forecast, 106 tomorrow. Thursday will drop back to 104, Friday down to 98, Saturday down again 96, and then Sunday and Monday, I'm going to be watching those 2 days. Right now it looks like we'll see some cloud cover, but we may get some influence from a tropical system that's developing. So we'll keep an eye on those days. I'll let you know if we do need to add some showers into the forecast. Tuesday, partly cloudy, 95. In the Sierra, over the course of the next 7 days, I do expect a slight chance for those isolated showers and thunderstorms to pop up. 80s through Thursday, then expect 70s starting Friday. There's your forecast. We'll send it back to Brian.
Welcome to Fowler High School. We are so glad you're here with us this morning.
More than 800 Fowler High School Red Cats return to campus today. Students who are interested in agriculture will have an opportunity to use the new Ag Center. The principal says their FFA program gives students hands-on experience raising and caring for 36 farm animals, including sheep, goats, and pigs.
It's a really cool experience starting with an animal who has never been worked with before to someone who will show perfectly at fair.
Just seeing the kids very excited about being out here, you know, doing things with their hands is what gets me on my toes every single day.
The Fowler FFA program is not just limited to agriculture. It also offers courses like welding and plant science. Coming up here on Eyewitness News at 7:30, the Fresno Chaffee Zoo is gearing up to host Fresno State Night. We'll tell you what that's all about and when it will be next.
At Central Floor Supply, our new showroom is filled with name brand waterproof flooring and luxurious carpets. We have better selection, better quality, and much better prices than the big box stores. For the best in flooring and real customer service, visit Central Floor Supply.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Water. All of life depends on it. Hotter, drier weather is now our reality. So, for the love of water, let's use it wisely. For the love of water, California, let's make conservation a way of life. Find ways to conserve at saveourwater.com.
There's a story about President Kennedy visiting NASA and asking a janitor, "What do you do here?" And the janitor replied, I'm helping put a man on the moon. At Kgpe Health, we hold that same belief, that every one of our employees has purpose and is necessary to achieve our mission. They are the driving force behind our commitment to provide compassionate, world-class care to everyone who walks through our doors. It's a purpose that is greater than any one individual. Because to achieve something extraordinary, something worth doing, no job is too small.
Mommy, what do you do at work? I help save lives, Mija.
Kgpe Health, more than medicine, life.
Kathleen and I had this expression, the power of a changed life.
You know, we'd had bad experiences, yes, as far as getting windows, but really just we love people, and we love to see people's lives transform and change for the better.
And that's why we've literally given half of the company back to the employees. Those installers that come to your house, they want to live up to that. That's a white glove treatment.
So I am 23 years later, very energized about what we sell. You know, just excited to see the customer's house change, because this is a woman's nest. It's her home.
And that's just why we do it. I get joy. I can't wait to see the next customer.
For a limited time, buy 4 or more windows, get $750 off. Buy 7 or more windows, get $1,250 off. Or buy 10 or more windows and get $1,750 off. Plus 0 interest and 0 payments until 2025. Call or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com today.
Catch the vision, American Vision Windows.
Eyewitness News is brought to you by Boz Allergy, Asthma, and Sinus Center.
Coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 11, a California native is getting a boost. Some sunfish make the move from northern to southern California. The story coming up tonight at 11. Fresno Chaffee Zoo is hosting Fresno State Night. It's on Friday from 5 till 8. The zoo is teaming up with Fresno State Athletics to welcome students, grads, and fans for a special night at the zoo. Admission for Fresno State students is just $10. General admission is $14.95. And before we go, one last look at the forecast.
All right, it's all about the heat for the next couple of days at or above 105. We have our heat advisory in effect through Thursday. After that, temperatures start to drop back. We'll be watching Sunday, Monday, more clouds, potentially a chance of showers. I have my eyes on those 2 days.
All right, that will do it for this edition of Eyewitness News at 7:30. We'll see you right back here for Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Brian Dorman. Next on Eyewitness News at 11, the community of Planada is slowly getting back on its feet after flooding decimated its community center. We'll take you to the grand reopening. Plus, how a special night fundraiser is helping those in Maui.
Tonight on CBS, don't miss FBI, FBI International, and FBI Most Wanted, followed by Emmy and Murrow Award-winning Eyewitness News at 11. Brought to you in part by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
It's the $600,000 off-road adventure giveaway at Chuck Chansey Gold. We're giving away 9 ATVs, 9 UTVs, over $237,000 in cash. And on Monday, September 4th, one lucky player will drive off in a new Chevy Silverado. Swipe daily for prizes, and on Saturdays, $1,000 kiosk cash. The $600,000 off-road adventure giveaway, only at Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino. 24-karat fun.
It's easy to get lost in investment research. Introducing J.P. Morgan Personal Advisors.
Hey, David.
Connect with an advisor to create your personalized plan.
Let's find the right investments for your goals.
Okay, great.
J.P. Morgan Wealth Management.
Jalapeno, habanero, and pepper jack tormented the mouths of the brave few who dared to eat it. And soon, the blazing hot flavor of Carl's Jr.'s El Diablo burger will be...
Stop. Found it. Is that good? I can't tell.
There's no such thing as out of bounds. Find adventure at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Looks like they did it a few months ago.
I think they did it more than once.
I bet they'll be doing it pretty soon.
You know,
I sure am glad we did it when we did.
Seems like everybody's going solar. Lease now and Sun Solar will make your first 12 months payments. Call today.
Eagle Mountain Casino is proud to bring you country music legend Crystal Gale with special guest Johnny Lee Friday, September 8th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $75, $95, and $110. Visit EagleMTNCasino.com or at the ticket kiosk inside the casino. Must be 21 and over to attend. Crystal Gale with special guest Johnny Lee September 8th at the People's Casino, Eagle Mountain Casino, off Highway 65 next to the Porterville Fairgrounds. Responsible gaming, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Signs of progress in Planada after devastating flooding tonight at 11.